Hello. I thought I would do an update and show you the front yard. Starting off with these new moringa tree circles that I wove out of sticks. The moringa doesn't really have much going on yet. Let's see if you can see. Well, it's starting to get a bud. And then over here I planted what I'm calling my victory garden. And it has a very thick wall of sunflowers. It has some vegetables. I have had troubles with slugs, so I did have to put down some iron phosphate. And I'm trying again. So there's like cowpeas and beets and flowers. And then a little okra has popped up. The cats have been planting. There's a squash and some more squash and another okra. My letter carrier decided to just step right in the middle, so I had to put up a tape so they would stop doing that. Yeah, the herb spiral is turning more into a flower spiral. We trimmed the mulberry this year drastically because it had gone several years. So it'll bounce back. And some lavender, nasturtiums, and rock purslane. More nasturtiums coming out onto the walkway. And then over here, that's the fig tree. It's starting to set some fruit. The nasturtiums have gone wild, and also these purple geraniums. And finally, the stump is growing plants in it. I put a bin of the house rabbit's litter in there, and I think the nitrogen made it go crazy. And here's moringa tree number 2. This one actually, I don't know if you can tell. There, you can kind of see it. It's gonna leaf out soon, I hope, and put on its beautiful yellow flowers. We also put some mushroom spore under there. Over here, there's also a straw bale under there that we inoculated with pink oyster mushrooms. And then this beauty, it's a red guava. And I let it get pretty dry this fall. But I think it's bounced back. Not as much flowering as I would have expected, but maybe it'll flower later. More crazy nasturtiums. And then I call this the squash wattle, but it has a lot of kale too. So I've got several varieties of squash in there. Some marigolds in the middle. And a bunch of kale around the outside. Pretty excited about that. And some volunteer sunflowers. Now back here is a job ahead for me. Gonna turn this mess into a raised pepper garden, like a salsa garden. Right now, it has volunteer wheat from when we put straw down. So that's kind of fun. I'm gonna hack that down and feed it to the bunnies. Yeah. So it's fun to look out my window and look at all the beautiful flowers and vegetables that I'm trying to grow out here. That's a hibiscus. Got some roses. We get a lot of volunteer elms. Isn't that lovely? All right, on to the back. Yeah, so one of the reasons why I haven't taken you back here very much lately is because it's been an ongoing process of putting things away, doing the daily stuff, but also putting things away. And if you can see here, the rabbits have really dug some holes and buried some of the pasture with the backfill. But oh my goodness. It's been a hot day today, but they'll be out here when it cools off. I put a ginger in there in the hopes that I can grow ginger. And some volunteer field peas wound up in there. The grow tray's been treating us well. I've got bok choy surviving under, in the foreground here, and then some more kale that I can plant out and let grow big. Also got, whoa, tripping over objects. Yeah, there's an Anaheim, and it's a bit of a mess. It's a bit untidy. I've got my fangirls, and it's time for roses. This one's blown out, but lots of roses. I love them. Those came with the property. We've been here for a while now, I think since 2003. Yeah, look at this one. Yeah, so whoever lived here before us planted all these beautiful roses. They just bring so much joy. And on around the corner too. This used to be Snap Pea Fantasyland, but now it is Russet Potato Fantasyland. I just mounded it up with rabbit litter, but it could use more. It's so tall. And oh, looky who's here. Am I getting him? There he is. Now you can see him. That's a big one. I know my birds would like to have him. Woo! Maybe he'll live another day. Anyways, try to push through here without breaking any of the potatoes. And the garlic is growing up nice and tall. And in the back, that sweet potato that overwintered has grown a little bit. I think now that it's hot, it should start growing more. One pole bean and a runt. I planted corn and peas back here. Purple hulled, pink-eyed cow peas. That's a mouthful. Anyways, none of those came up, but I'm getting volunteer peach trees because there's peach pits in my compost. Yeah, and there's pole bean number 2. So at least I'll have 2 pole beans started. Yeah, I'm gonna try again with the corn and interplanting it. So let's go check out the main veg garden. I have to make it quick because I can only keep it under 10 minutes. But this wattle, only a few blue potatoes sprouted, so I've been planting tomatoes and peppers. I think there's a Thai basil in there too. And over here things have changed a lot. The onions are taking precedent. Last couple broccolis, making purple broccoli rab. And then this thing is so cool. It's a midnight snack cherry tomato, and look at those beauties. The yarrow's happy. Over here I've got some berry starts, hopefully. A marigold, some squash, garden sage, leeks. The beets are still going wild. These are some scarlet, no burgundy bush beans. Got a lot of seeds planted around and some little squash starts. That borage, I've been hacking away at it and transplanting sections of it elsewhere, and it's been dropping little baby seeds. I have a hard time with carrots, but I've got a few sprouts here. Cross your fingers. Now that I have taken to battling the slugs, hopefully they will leave those alone since they won't be alive anymore. I hate to be that way, but it was them or me. Like, I think I planted cucumbers there, but that doesn't look like a cucumber. They were trying to kill this guy, this jalapeno. That is the twig that's left of a Tabasco pepper. That's all they left us. But this is going crazy, this tomatillo. Really happy with that. It's got tomatillo setting on it as well as flowers. So that's going to be a winner. And a volunteer black oil seed sunflower. We call them fractals. And they get chewed up by yellow-green vireo birds. And here's a basic tomato and some more burgundy bush beans. Managed to survive since I battled the pests. Yeah, that echinacea might survive now. Anyways, I hope things are well for you. Cheers.